Naomba unisikilize. Kijana yetu anaitwa Michael Sonko. Kijana kutoka huku mahali mimi nimezaliwa. Na kuomba niachie kijana, amekutusi sana. Kwa niaba ya wale ambao wana majina ambao wanaona ni kijana yetu, tuomba msamaha. Akimaliza these episodes kama ile ya Kamket. Hizo episodes ikiisha, we will yet mentor him for you. We will mentor him. But you have shown great heart. Kwa hivyo usiyashikilia haya maneno, because we have to build this nation. Sometimes it will be tough, but our vijana will still mentor them. We will yet mentor them. So Mheshimiwa Uhuru, I want to thank you. Na mimi niulize wenzangu, two things I love nimalize in English. You remember I was a foreign minister under Mzee Moi. And then Mzee Moi was very kind. In fact, I don't know whether you do that, President Uhuru. Yani unachukua simu unampigia ndugu namwambia, I'm going to appoint you a minister. That was a tradition in the Westminster model. I remember we came back from a foreign trip in Cyprus. I was Minister for Education. Mzee Moi ameona nimesumbuliwa na walimu, nilikuwa foreign minister, nikaenda education. Akaniambia, between Cyprus and Nairobi, Stephen, I give you a choice. You can either come to my office or go to the Ministry of Information and Tourism. Nikamwambia mzee wacha nifikirie tukifika nyumbani. I chose not to go to his office because I was fearing maybe atanilazimisha niseme unga Uhuru mkono. We must make these confessions. Na ndipo sasa mwishowe at least Uhuru akabaki na ndugu huyo Mudavadi. Tunawashukuru sana. When we do these things and we have to build a nation, it's amazing. He would do that when he loves. He looked at us as his children. But then, it has been said, Mzee was always, not only the building of the African Inland Church, where I'm actually a member, and our Bishop Abraham Mulo is here, that tradition, the family, the African Inland Church, the Milimani congregation, which has now become a big cathedral, efforts zote hizo za Mzee Moi. And I can tell you, as his foreign minister again, we're on a foreign flight back to Nairobi, arriving 6 o'clock in the morning. Before landing at Jomo Kenyatta, Mzee Moi will take his Bible and have his quiet time before the flight begins to descend. This was a man who sincerely worshipped. Yani ikiwa ni mambo ya imani na Mzee Moi, believe you me, and finally crowned it, as we heard from Bomet family, when he said, forgive. And therefore I believe Mzee Moi is dancing with the angels. Because he had nothing. He kept nothing kwa roho yake. But then the last one, so I can now take my seat. Njaa ndio hiyo. Lakini Gideon, what do you expect? You ask us to come to Kule na tusherehekee. You may remember a trip to Auckland. That year was very tough, in 1995. Wangapi wanakumbuka story ya Auckland? Wanakumbuka the Bull of Auckland? Kwanza kijana moja, the late Mheshimiwa Ndilinge, when we came back, he took a Bible, went to Ukambani and said, I'm no Bull of Auckland, I'm Bull of Ukambani. But that was a story. I remember that time, and Dada Sally was there, and the comptroller at the time, we were all there. Difficult moments. Ken Sarawiwa had just been killed in Nigeria. Mandela has just come in with a lot of moral authority. And now, Nigeria was expelled from the Commonwealth. But that was a day after we went through a very difficult moment as a Kenyan delegation. We even threatened the foreign minister of New Zealand. I'm going to advise my president, we leave. So Mzee akaniandikia, when I briefed him, he was very good. The teacher he was, excellent handwriting. One of the things that has happened these days, watu wamesahau kuandika. It used to be anaandika kwa blackboard or green board, beautiful handwriting. But with his green pen, akaniandikia, Stephen, when troubles come, they don't come singly. You may want tafakari hayo. Then we were in Addis Ababa for an AU summit, and Mzee held the dignity of this country. And he could not sell his nation. And a lot of countries you may not know, President Uhuru definitely knows, wakati wa brother leader Muammar Gaddafi of Libya, a lot of African countries used to be sent ndege na kubebwa na brother leader wanapelekwa Addis Ababa for AU summit. Mzee Moi would not agree to that. In a summit, private session, he listened to what people are saying about Gaddafi. Aliheshimu yeye kama brother leader, kiongozi mwenzake. But then Mzee wrote things that are stuck in my mind. Akasema, he who pays the piper calls the tune. Now, come to think of it. Come to think of it. Ambao wanalipwa sasa kufuruga amani nchi yao, ni lazima wamlipe. Because he's calling the tune. He has paid the piper. And this is a matter that is serious, Mheshimiwa Rais. We are not going to do here because you kill by the sword, you die by the sword. It's biblical, as our brother there mentioned. And Mzee Moi would never shed innocent blood. And all those who even tried to say kumwahusisha na hiki na kile, it never was true. Never true. Because I, as his foreign minister, would confide in me sometimes very deeply. Na nikaona hii sio mambo ya foreign minister, ni mtoto. That's why I feel now, in conclusion, I consider myself a member of this family. And I want to remind Brother Gideon, when I last came and had lunch, mebaba mbuzi wawili, kamletea mzee. Mzee alikuwa ameningojea kwa sababu kufika kwa mazishi ya baba mzazi, and Wambua ambaye mmemzika last weekend in Boni, mzee's manager wa flower farm, akanileta. In fact, I was treated so well that day. I never seen mzee ordering nipatiwe maua. Which is what happened. And then we had lunch. When time is ripe, I will remind you and our brother Uhuru, because he was not there, what mzee told us. Na hayo ndio mimi nasema hapa nitangaze, tutafanya kazi na huyu ndugu Gideon.